The corn is growing. This is a butterfly milkweed. And, yeah. Butterfly milkweed. It's ironic. Well, it's not, I guess it's not irony, but it's like, it's funny because the other milkweed, the one that the monarch likes, doesn't really like this one, to my understanding. Saving sumac tree. Oh, there's still a chance. Not much of a chance, but... The law of nature says that the bigger massive object wins, right? The law could give a fuck about how massive the truck is, but the truck driver does not feel emotionally the law. They feel the universal justification of might makes right. They're gonna bulldoze you the fuck over. They don't want to be, the last thing that you ever see before you die, right, is like the two frames of the car. Like you see it for 1/60th or 2 1/30ths of a second, like 1/15th of 1 second. And that's it, you die. Oh man, look at that. Terrible, terrible day. At least the big guy, the pickup truck's there, right? When he's not running you off the fucking road. Right, so I have to have stare down like this. Like, truthfully, I'm in the wrong way. Don't rush, dude, not a bike now. Oh, see, like, if they, so here's the thing. Right now, I'm technically breaking the law, unironically. So, in this case, it's definitely that the smaller mass loses. So I'm supposed to ride on that side of the road with a high visibility jacket, a helmet, knee pads, arm guards, a mouth guard. Could you imagine? Come on, no shot. All that they say is that a bicycle, that's what's enforced, not the rest of the safety gear, which maybe would be better, but like also unreasonable. So they regulate the bicycle, and they say you have to, you're traffic, period. You're traffic. Good luck being fucking traffic. Now here's what's funny. They call this the bike path. They call it a bike path. How the fuck am I supposed to get my bike here if I'm not allowed to ride on the sidewalk? That's dumb as shit. It's so dumb that it's like offensively fucking stupid. Now, honestly, the cops out here are not fucking around. They're not out here arresting me, giving me a fucking ticket, right? Neither am I causing accidents, right? Because we don't have hundreds of me. So let's run the simulation hundreds of times, right? Let's say we get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people biking every day. Eventually, someone's gonna fuck up. Someone somewhere is gonna fucking do fucking something, whether they're drunk, high, or completely fucking sober, and they just fuck up. They're gonna hit somebody that they shouldn't, and that's gonna be, oh shit, I don't really want to stop actually, let's keep moving. That's gonna be the end of their life as they knew it, and someone's gonna have died, right? A fatal fucking accident. Let's talk about that on today's episode of Rainbows and Razor Blades. We come live today from Albany's International Airport in Albany, New York. By the Gregorian calendar, it is currently the 27th day in the 6th month, the month of June, in the year of the Lord, 2023. So, today, we're talking about, like, truly how fucked up biking, it's not even, bikes should be prevalent, right? If we're gonna have a shithole society where we're forced to fucking pave everything with asphalt because of these fucking cars, then we might as well at least support bikes and be bike-centric, right? When possible. Listen, there's not a very strong argument that, this place needs to be bike-centric, right? And for years it wasn't. It was actually bike-precluded. It was like you just couldn't. Like, yeah, Google Maps will show you the way, and I've done it. I've ridden with my brother, and my brother's a fucking idiot. My brother, he's like, you have to follow the rules, man. That's what the rule says. I looked it up. Oh, it's the rules. And I'm like, the rules of nature do not apply within the law. The law doesn't give a fuck about nature. The law says that me and you, gotta be out there riding our bikes. Right? Physics says that's retarded. But that it's just so foundationally, structurally antagonistic to the mass. Look at them all. They're all having a great time. So here's another thing that seems, at least to me, self-explanatory. Okay? We need, it's not even a petition. It's just like, it's like top 10 good ideas of the capital region today. Like, number one, in front of the airport, now that there's a bike trail, put a crosswalk, right? Like, first of all, that'll slow people the fuck down. Second of all, like, yeah, it'll probably cause some traffic fatalities, but, you know, whatever. It is what it is. Maybe it's a bad idea. But, like, why not, though? Right? Do we need a stoplight then? That kind of defeats the purpose of a highway, but it's certainly not very bike-centric, right? All right, so fine, let's compromise down, all right? How about this? Let's put QR codes for the kids, and we can just change the QR code out whenever we want. I mean, it's not that difficult to just, like, print out and paste up, you know, a fucking correction QR code. Like, we don't have to hard etch it into the plastic, right? It can be a laminate sheet, and it can be clipped on and, like, relatively tamper-proof, right? Like, yeah, some scumbag teenager will probably come along and try to put a swastika in it or something like that, but, you know, someone will call and we'll take it out and that'll be the end of it. Someone will draw on it with a marker, but whatever, it doesn't matter, because we'll also print under it in plain fucking English very clear instructions on what the QR code is. That way you're not just like, I wonder if a scammer put this here. We'll put the official seal and logo. It'll be such a dick suck to ourselves, to our civilization, to our white ethnic heritage, that we fucking dominate this area. We're like, Indians? I don't see any fucking Indians. I see Southwest Plains. I don't give a fuck about, oh, I'm gonna dance around a campfire. Have you seen a jet engine? Like, bitch, we're worshiping a different caliber of fire. Fuck you. And so while we're doing this, like, you know, for the people, and like part of that is going to be like being non-race discriminatory and choosing to elicit joy from the children, right? And to worship that and just the public information and just the technology. And in a celebration of that, we should collectivize. And what I mean by that is, how come, what? Are we afraid of fucking terrorists? Is that it? Why is it not readily, easily accessible to go online to the air traffic controller and listen in to the air traffic control? We don't even have to build a talking rock like they do at amusement parks. Like, oh, where's the music coming from? I don't know. I don't understand how a speaker could be hidden. That's impossible. Like, it doesn't have to even be funded with electronics. It can simply be a fucking link so that people with cell phones who have the privilege, or people who have a digital connection within their vehicle, it's more common, it's rare, but it's, you know, it's a bougie thing. But like, there's people, and they can listen in, if they have the capability, to the public air traffic control channel. Like, why isn't that a thing? It just seems so fucking obvious, right? Like, it seems so obvious to me. Got a mosquito though. He's done. So that's another thing we don't need, right? We don't need a bug zapper, right? Like, what's a bug zapper gonna do? It's gonna make people feel like, oh, I don't know, less afraid of bugs? Like, no, it's gonna cause problems and it's gonna kill wildlife needlessly, absolutely needlessly. So you gotta decide, like, what are the needs for things? Yeah, they're definitely the cops. Because, like, look, they're pretending like they're talking about something else. They're just like, you know, definitely is. So, the question then becomes, what becomes necessary, what is not necessary? Like, do we need arrows painted here? Like, probably not. Do we need more trees planted here? Like, it would be nice, but like, there's not really, listen, I am all for planting trees. There's not really a strong argument for needing a tree here. I think it'd be cool to have like one really big tree, like we worship nature, but this is not the way that it is, right? Like, this sign seems like kind of a good place for a sign, right? Like, seems, again, self-evident, right? If ever a place to display a message, this is it. If I'm going to do a protest, I have to figure out, I'm almost certain that this is private property, almost 100% certain that they would push me all the way back to the boundary of that park over there, and even that park over there may be some sort of fucking weird-ass private property, or like, maybe they try to claim that it was like, you know, the adjacent farm's property or something. They'd try to say it was like something. They would try, I'll have to do a survey, figure out like actually who has jurisdiction to protest me if I were to like. Now, in my jurisdiction, we don't, well, at least to my knowledge, have at least common use low altitude drones, right? Like, the police are not going to send that. So what's going to happen is, because I've moved and the surveillance team is after me, basically what has to happen now is that they can't, without being very obvious, come right after me. They might do it, right? They might send their like lady officer who like looks like she could just be a soccer mom. It seems unlikely that they're going to do that, right? Like, more likely they're going to send a marked unit, because they know that I know that they know that I know that I'm being followed. They know it, right? And it's a bit of a different game. It's not that different of a game, but it is a different game. And so what happens is they send the marked unit. So in So right now is 5:27 p.m. Within about 5, maybe even 10 minutes, the sheriff will roll by, and probably in a pickup truck, and they probably won't look at me. They'll probably have tinted windows. Either that, or there's some of the two spook vehicles. I want to start a show called Psychotic Counter Surveillance with the usual known suspects. Yeah, there we go. Oh shit! I was about to turn off, but then I found this weird plantain. Woo! What a great plant! So yeah, this is Viper's Bagloss and White Yarrow. So exactly the same point in the year last year where we filmed it. That's the White Avens. That's how I learned it. Honeysuckles here. See, I remember very specifically like where I find like different plants and stuff like that. I have a very strange memory. Okay, so I figured it was wrong because it was wrong. And I looked it up and it's called mother's wort. So yeah, this is actually definitely not stinging nettle. This is mother's wort. Pretty cool plant. We'll see if we can go find some of that in the garden, actually. It's about 50 or 60 yards that way. Confirmed White Avens. That's what this one is. I learned this last year, and I never will forget it because I was so pissed I didn't know it. I was like, what the fuck? I thought I knew every single plant because I've been learning for 2 years. This is my 3rd or 4th year learning now, so I'm not as stubborn or pretentious. You know, I'm really trying to master it now, not just kind of flick my tail at people. Oh, let's go. Is that an airplane? Bro, let's go watch airplanes, dude. Fuck this plant nonsense. Whoa, is that, what the fuck is this called? Jukeberry? Nah, that's not it. Fucking, I'll know it when I see it. I'll remember it later. I'll probably say it. I forget what the fuck that's called. Junkweed? Juke? Maybe something like that. It was poked. I was saying juke. You know, it's like, it's a similar type of, like, one similar, like, it's kind of like a similar, like, evocation of energy, if that makes sense. Like, ooh, like one thing. Juke. So I was thinking it was jukeweed, but it was pokeweed. Oh. Pokeweed. For whatever it's worth, they have not, at least yet, sent a marked officer to go spy on my paranoid delusional schizophrenia for me. They don't care that much. Example of self-evident. I thought for a long time that they should put wind chimes here, right? This is even better. I wouldn't have thought that this much care could go into the farm keeping here. And it makes just so much sense, right? Like, it doesn't take that much maintenance to, like, fill this with seed or whatever it is that they're filling this with every so often, you know? This is great. You know, a bath for birds so that they don't have to fuck about in this puddle right here. Like, this is the greatest thing, you know? It's quite a bit of water, you know, but I assume they dump it or whatever. I would hope. I don't really know. That's a little sus. We'll have to keep our eyes on this one. My guess is that it will be well maintenance, but my concern is that this will stagnate and go to be a breeding ground if left neglected for mosquito. El mosquito. Yo, look at this one. You could probably see some sick fucking birds here, dude. From like that bench over there, yo. Let's go chill for a bit, like see if something besides some squirrels will come through, try to defeat these. Try to feed from them. Fun core. Right over there is the thing we're watching. But the sun is kind of like here, so it's like, whoa, this is the good angle. I'm definitely getting overexposed here. Glad I have this here hat. Every bird is so boring. I'm gonna call my partner. Bruh. Bruh. The barn is one of the newest shaker structures. Built in 1915 after the previous barn was burned in an act of arson the year before. Well, what's the context to that? I mean, that's like a whole thing, dude. So I read like a whole entire article on it. The short and sweet of it is basically they never caught who did it. They don't know, but it was a common occurrence apparently, and there was no fire brigade back then. It was just like private people would come and try to compete for the insurance money, and the Shakers themselves did not have insurance or anything like that. So like just it would just ruin them, you know. And it was pretty common for like pissed off laborers or just like people who just didn't like the religion to just set fire to things. You know, just people who were pissed, you know, no accountability, just arsonists was not uncommon. And yeah, I guess there was like a string of fires that broke out throughout that whole era of like the 1870s all the way until finally the arsonists burned it down for the last time in 1914. So, yeah, it's a whole thing. Yeah, it's about it, bro. Maybe also some like white-tailed rabbits. Oh, wait, it's got a little bit more of a... Okay, yeah, it does say it. This is really cool. I've never seen a smooth green snake here. It doesn't mean it's not here, but I've seen a beaver, muskrat, white-tailed deer, fisher, eastern cottontail, gray fox. I like how it doesn't list the beaver. But I tell you, he's here. Waterfowl, great blue heron, green heron, mallard duck, wood duck, Canada goose. That's pretty much it. I see some red-winged blackbirds and occasionally some killdeer, but they don't like live here. Alien Pond and the surrounding wetlands they fly through. Diverse ecosystem, home to a variety of terrestrial and aquatic wildlife. The lush vegetation, blah, 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 blah. And then this is an even better sign. This one's like, yo, fuck all these plants, yo. All these plants are bad as shit, my dude. It doesn't list all of them because, like, you know, how could it? Because people don't know what they look like, and you can only list the most common ones. But, like, there is another sign on the other side that's about the celandine and the lesser celandine. But, yeah, I mean, like, this is kind of cool. Reduce spread of invasive species by cleaning shoes, clothes, pets, and equipment to prevent the spread of seed and plant material. And that's especially true during the fall, during the mud in the fall. All right, off we go. When we get up here, there's gonna be a cop car or like a fire car. Yeah, here he comes right now. It's the ambulance. He's definitely going this way. Yo, being a first responder sounds fucking terrifying. Like being the guy with your foot to the gas showing up, like, yo, what's up? My name's Slim Shady. Like, fuck that, dude. That's crazy to me. I don't think that'd make a very good first responder. No, sir. Let's go, let's go. Look at this ridiculous car, dude. Top 10 cars of the day. It was even crazier in the front. Okay, so we're at, wherever the fuck this place is. Like in Albany. This is Trifolium pratense, the purple clover. Pretty cute flower. I like this one a lot. We got black medic. We got birdfoot trefoil, common dandelion. We got sow thistle. I don't want to bend down for the sow thistle. It's not blooming. Plantago lanceolata, also known as plantain. We got broadleaf plantain right here. Let's see what else we got. I'm not sure what this one is. Some sort of fleabane. This one may be some the plantain. We got trifolium repens, white clover. We got some fucking daisies going. We got some Queen Anne's lace. See the little thing in the middle? It's called the Bloody Mary for some reason. Let's see what else they got around here. A whole bunch of utterly garbage plants. They got some daylilies. Oh, here's some sow thistle that I was talking about. Or is it sow thistle? We'll never know. You can see it's all spiky. It's already gone to seed. Dreadful little thing that it is. Alright, it's time to hit the button. Wait.
And I'm stopping it. And I'm stopping now because it's not one or the other, it's both. Both of you are just like oil and vinegar. I didn't win anything.
What are you saying?
I'm saying both of you shut the fuck up. Have your conversations.
I don't want to
somewhere
have a
else.
conversation.
Then why butt in when we're talking?
Why talk what I did?
Because we're just
On
talking.
my project, he came in, he's disrupting me. I lowered the TV so you can talk, and then you guys just wanted, and then you start bad mouthing. Not disrupt. You can have your conversation about houses and clean, what gold you want. When you start thinking about me and my house, you will fuck yourself.
I'm hoping to maybe get some of the lightning. I saw one good strike. Man, that noise is really annoying, that like cooling sound. The machine, you know. Alright, that's enough of it.